The problem with most of the MSMEs that we face is basically not too much thought process goes into financial planning. So for the MSMEs to grow in a proper way, a, a very meticulous financial planning is required. Getting into too much debt trap is very risky for MSMEs. So we have, for the initial 3 years, basically, we always used our own funds to grow the business. We didn't get into the debt trap for the initial 3 months. After we reached to a certain scale only, and we have a good order pipeline in our hand, then only we get into the mode of getting financial assistance from the institutions and getting into burden of paying interest to the financial institutions. So first and the most important thing is that not getting into too much of a debt trap, which is very much important for MSMEs to grow, and planning for turbulent times basically is also very much important, because in our kind of a business, there is no regularity of projects. Basically, we are a project-based organization. If you have certain projects in the hand, so things are very good. If you do not have the projects in hand, things are not that very good. But the fixed cost remains same, whether you have the projects or whether you don't have the projects. So planning for those times in advance is also very much required. So we always did this kind of a planning to tide over with low business times also, and not getting too much optimistic in the high business times also. So this actually helped us in planning our finances much more efficiently. The important building blocks of growth of any organization is having the confidence on their product, what they are selling, and then identifying the right target market and having a proper positioning of themselves. Basically, what differentiates us from others is a very important thing in today's competitive world. So if this is very clear in your thought process, and the promoters and the leaders thought process, that what clearly differentiates your organization with other organization, it helps an organization more purposefully targeting the right target segment and getting the confidence of the customers. So these two things are very much important. Apart from this, detailed planning for the next 3 to 5 years is very much required, and keep on changing your plans depending upon the external situations is also very much important. We are in a business where we are competing with one of the biggest players in the market. They are the very big brands basically that we are competing with, and we are also competing with very, very small organizations, from home-based organizations also, basically the people running a single man office. And on the one hand, and on the other hand, we are competing with very large names in the industry. So we first of all differentiated ourselves in the mind of the customer and positioned ourselves very clearly that which target segment we want to cater to, and that helped us in actually identifying the right kind of a customers and right kind of opportunities in the market, and that gave customers also a lot of confidence in what we are saying, and how we are projecting our vision and how we are projecting ourselves in the front of the customers. And we also kept on identifying where are the segments, the niche areas available in the market where others are not focusing on. So that also helped us in actually gaining the business. We also ventured into those geographical areas of India where no other solar company has tried much. So that also basically helped us in gaining the business, because the first mover advantage was there. So all such factors have contributed to the growth of the company and achieving the financial success. There are many non-declared mentors are always there for you in the industry. Sometimes certain customers act as a mentor to you. They teach us, they teach you a lot. Sometimes some employees that you hire becomes your mentor. Sometimes the market situation itself works as a mentor for you. So we definitely do not have any declared mentor kind of a personality with us, but definitely there are many mentors to us basically. They may be the customers, some of the customers that we serve basically. They showed us the path. There are certain associates. They worked as a mentor for us. There are many supporters, basically, the well-wishers, basically. They provided some sort of a mentorship, basically, in sometimes. So we are thankful to all those people because sometimes when you are new to a certain industry and then you are struggling, then certain advice of somebody works basically. So we never say no to any advice, but we also use our rationale in deciding what course to follow. So, but we definitely are thankful to all those customers, employees, associates, and everybody who guided us in this journey since very beginning, and we still keep on getting support from them. The problem is basically the challenges that we face as a startup. Basically, when we talk about 6 years ago, as a startup, we faced a lot of challenges in how to actually maintain the cash flows is the biggest challenge, and getting the regular business to grow the business, getting the right kind of employees, because for a small startup company, getting the right employees is also a challenge because people, I mean, like to join a small company, but you being in a technical industry, you need to have the right kind of employees, basically the good employees. So getting the right employees, right resources, managing the infrastructure, creating infrastructure where you can actually compete with the big shots in the industry, gaining the customer's confidence, because this is a very high capital intensive product that we are dealing into. So customer need to have confidence on us, basically, that we'll be able to deliver what we are promising. So for that, you actually need to have a good infrastructure in terms of people, in terms of resources. So for that, you need finances also. So all these were the challenges, but thankfully, I mean, like we handled everything. Now we have a huge team of more than 25 employees on the regular roles of the company, and we are having the presence pan India. Like we executed projects in almost all major parts of the country, and we managed it. Sometimes no plan is a good plan. See, regarding recession that was happening globally and in the country also, I mean, like such kind of a cycles keep coming, keep going. So one has to be prepared to face such kind of challenges. But the pandemic that has happened 4 months ago, nobody could have planned for. I mean, like such kind of a thing, this kind of a situation. One nobody till now has ever planned. So we didn't plan for such kind of a things. So it was also a very big challenge for us to handle such kind of a situations, because we were having certain projects that were under execution at various parts of the country. Our all got stuck up. The people who were at the site, they got stuck up there itself, basically. So we have to handle all such situation of moving the people, evacuating the people from the different places, making them safely reach their homes, basically, or till the time they didn't reach their home, to handle their accommodation, to handle their food and everything, and then having the no business for next 4 months. All the projects that were also in the hand got stuck up because you cannot have resources to mobilize at the site. You don't have the transportation facilities available and all such things. So these are all the challenges which we also faced for the first time. But we decided to maintain low profile. I mean, like not get too much bogged down by all those challenges. So we first of all analyzed and make a basically accepted that such kind of a thing is going to remain for say like 6 to 9 months. So what is the first priority? So we first of all listed down our priorities basically, because the main objective in such kind of a situation is to remain in the business. Basically, the next 1 year is of a year of survival. Say like many big industry top shots have also said that you just consider this 1 year as an year of survival. So for surviving for next 1 year, what all important things that we need to do? So we listed down all those priorities and kept on doing one by one, so that we did not get bogged down by too many things at one time, because you are managing one thing also, second thing also, the payments pressure also, clients are not giving you the payments, you have to make payments to your vendors, employees are asking for the salaries on time, you have to give the full salaries to the employees, you employees are leaving the organization, their parents are not allowing them to come to the work. All, if you get bogged down by everything, then it will be very difficult for you to handle everything at one point of time. So we first of all worked out our solution of what is the first important thing, let's do that. What is the next important thing, let's do that. What is the third important thing, do afterwards. So in the next basically around 2 months that we restarted our work post pandemic, we have sorted out more than 50% of our more than 50-60% of our problems, and the rest of the problems also we are very much sure that we'll be able to handle in another a month's time. We already have projects in our hand. We started execution of those projects one by one. We have employees back on work. We have new enthusiasm in the employees that we will definitely, everybody is confident that we will overcome such kind of situation. Apart from that, we planned for acquisition of a new business, how we are going to acquire new business in such kind of a pandemic. So we have our plan for that also in the place. So we are hopeful that we will be having a much larger order book post pandemic in next 1 to 2 years. See, I mean, like a lot of things have been said in this pandemic times that the pandemic has done good to the society also in terms of the clean air, the clean atmosphere, the clean water, the clean rivers and everything. So all these clean things are definitely in the minds of the customer. I mean, like the people are actually talking about living clean life, living pollution-free life, and living in a green world, basically. So definitely it has created some sort of an impact in the minds of the consumers. And apart from that, our existing consumers have faced a very good time basically in this pandemic in terms of that, because even if their factories were not working, but still they were generating electricity through our solar power plants and making money out of it. I mean, so even if everything is locked down, the sun is coming every day, the solar generation is happening every day. So people were happy that even during this period of 2 to 3 months lockdown, they made good money because of they were having solar power plants installed on their factories, on their commercial enterprises, or maybe even on their residences. So such thing actually the people are now aware of anything. So there is no investment as safer as investing in clean energy. It has been a very good journey. Initially, we started with very, very small projects in the residential segments of the very small kilowatt kind of projects we started with. We did good work, so people appreciated our works. We started getting certain much bigger projects, basically. We did those projects also next year. The people were much happy. We had something to show, and the next year we started getting much larger megawatt kind of a scale of the projects, and we did some very large size projects also. And build our credentials, started getting not only the commercial private projects, but also very reputed government projects also with very reputed government organizations we won. So the journey has been consistent, and we are progressing better and for the much larger role to play in this industry. And we are very much confident to being one of the major players in this segment of rooftop solar in next 3 to 5 years. The first important thing is that the awareness. People are actually not too much aware of the benefits of putting up solar power plants. So people still have a lot of doubts. They are not very much clear. So education about use of clean energy and especially the solar energy is very much important. There are various bottlenecks and hindrances on terms of the government rules and regulations also, which also prevent the adoption of solar power plants and solar energy. So that also needs to be taken care of. There has to be much more coordination between the various implementing agencies of government for the various programs that they are having, so that the consumers do not suffer because of they have to run from one office to another office in getting all the approvals and everything in place. So the penetration is very less, I mean, like till now, as far as the rooftop solar segment is concerned. And there is a very big opportunity still available in India. Only thing is that all these smaller bottlenecks have to be removed, and the people have to be made much more aware of the benefits of using clean energy. Means a lot to us. Basically, it is a recognition of all the hard work we as a team have put into in this organization, and it is the appreciation of our hard work. It is the appreciation of our teamwork that Economic Times is doing to us. And it is a great motivator for us because it will further make us motivated to try much harder and much with much more aggression to achieve new heights.